Hey YouTubers, thank you so much for coming back to spend the afternoon with Miss DeeVa. So I appreciate you guys so much. I do want you to know that we covered a lot today. And we will be back to the relationship topics. But that's why I always try to tell you guys that I am a relationship talk show host by the majority, but I put on the main page. I always say on the main page that you guys need to be sure that you understand that I keep up with the current events. So, the long time people, you've been here, done that, don't need the speech. And I got you because I'm not about to give you a long one. We have too much to do in this lesson. So, we're going to go over 5 ways because I feel like some of the things that I say to my children sometimes I just feel like, wow, have people never heard that, or were they not taught this? And this is not trying to cage you in any type of way. And if you're listening to me, you should not even feel that way, or that means you've missed like a lot of different episodes. So you shouldn't feel that I'm trying to cage you in by telling you any of the things that I'm going to share with you on the list today. That's not where this is going. But before we can go anywhere, I do need to make sure that I invite the other people on the other side of the platform, okay? So thanks everybody for coming in and listening via YouTube. We do appreciate you. And we're going to get you guys going over there on the Ask DeeVa Facebook page. So I'm stalling. I can't wait for the day when I'm able to go, hey, I'm going to wait, you guys, until about 2,000 or 5,000 of you show up. But we're not on that right now, right? So, you guys, we just got to take what we can get. Never despair in the process, right? So, we're just kind of waiting to get all of the podcasts loaded up and involved. You guys really love that topic over there. The last two, you all enjoyed that quite a bit because you have that up to one of them up to 188. You have another one all the way up to 199 or maybe 200 already views. So I'm glad that you enjoyed that, and please do share your feedback. I appreciate it. If you were commenting earlier this morning, I'm going to try to make sure that I come back and take a look as often as possible to you guys on Facebook, okay? So there's some things that I have to go back into the main studio to do, but I will come and take a look. I have a little ticker giving me indication that you have said something. That way I could answer you live while I'm on air, okay? If not, it's going to cause me to do a lot of typing later, right? All right, so here we go. How to avoid races. And I'm talking about the type of races like the killers of Ahmaud Arbery, like the killer of Trayvon Martin, right? That's what we're trying to avoid. And no, there's no perfect blueprint. It's never the victim's fault at all. There's nothing that the victim could have done differently because that moment was chosen, their name was chosen, that moment was chosen, and it's going to be a part of our history for millions of years, right? So, not much that can be done on the victim side, but there are some things that you could possibly do, and I have 5 ways. What I'm going to do here is try to get a thank you microphone was giving me the blues, so I'm going to try to do this a different way. All right, that way I'm not delaying for the listeners, right? All right, so the victims are not to blame. We want to say, Ahmaud Arbery, may you rest in peace. It is your birthday and it's far from happy. So I can't say happy birthday. I just will say that we're just so in pain alongside your family. Like we stand in solidarity with your friends and your family and your classmates and your neighbors, your community, because we are feeling your pain all across the globe. Please know that there are people in India reaching out to me. There are people all over the globe feeling your pain. So we just want to reach out to the family and just in remembrance of Ahmaud Arbery on his birthday, because to say happy birthday just it just can it's heavy. It's heavy. It's just so heavy, you know. So I'm gonna bring this to you guys. Now, me raising my children, I'm the HBIC. You know, like I told my daughter yesterday, I'm the HMIC. I'm the head mom in charge, right? So there are things that you, even when they, you know, my children, they are, you know, moving on. You know, two are married, and my son has a girlfriend. You know, so their lives are gonna change, and they're gonna adapt to their own ways and have their own household rules. But there are things in a part, you know, there are things that you can learn even today. If you never taught this to the young people in your family, you can take what I'm telling you today. You can have, girl, we already did that. My grandpa did that along with his cousin and his uncle Pete. Good. But there are some people that may have never been told this, so this isn't for you. You go back to scrolling and eating your potato chips. This is actually for the people who may have never been told this. They feel that this is very important. They're going to share this with somebody young that needs to hear this, and the next one, and the next one, right? Because if no one has ever told you, then you just might be go out there just blind, right? But there are ways that you can avoid races. Now, I'm not telling you that this is how you're going to not run into Joe Bob and Karen. This is not what I'm telling you. I am telling you that there are ways that you can avoid them that will mean that about 95% of the time you can avoid what they're about 95% of the time. And then we have the victims. So when it comes to all the victims out there, we already know that there's just nothing out there that's foolproof, and the reason why that is because there's something higher than us that chose each one of us for what we're here for and what we leave for. And all of it is a part of a story to be told, right? So, look, races of your skin color, meaning races that hate your skin color, races that hate your pure existence just based on your skin color, okay? Races of your skin color, they're going to come in all shapes and sizes. Not figuratively speaking, people. They're going to come in all shapes and sizes. They're going to come from all over. They will not all look like the McMichaels, lovers. They're not all going to look like that dirty redneck dude. I know that it's just like the images that they put out of Jesus. Jesus, not one day in his life looked like that. He be wherever he is in his grave, he comes in, you know, I believe differently than others. So he be flipping in his grave like, who that dude? Who that is? You know, that's kind of where Jesus is on that. But no, they're not all going to look alike, okay? So they're not all going to look like the McMichaels. They have fake smiles. They will come in multiple genders. They're not just going to be a racist. They're not going to be just a redneck white guy from the South. Okay? With the long beard and the shotgun. Looking like I'm a beat your ass. They're not all going to look like that. At all. So I don't want you to always think that, oh, I could go and walk by this person because they're not a threat because they don't look like Billy Bob from the South. Never put that in your mind. They come in all shapes and sizes. They put on 3-piece suits and run the White House. Okay, but move on. They come in multiple genders. They could be men. They could be women. They could be gay. They could be bi. They could be, what is the other one? Binary, LGBTQ. All that. Okay? All that. They're not just going to be white people. Asians can be racist. You have Latinas that can be racist against your skin. There are so many people. The black skin color, the dark skin color. People in India will tell you this. Just having dark skin color, period. Okay? It's not even just about, you know, we always look for that traditional black that they like to subliminally tell you that that's what we all look like. And we, in our own culture, know how many different shades we come in. We come in so many different shades, whether in America, whether in India, whether in Africa, whether in anywhere you are in the globe, right? It's just the dark skin color tends to be the one that is shunned. So people that are lighter skinned tend to treat people that are darker skinned badly by the majority. That did not say that everyone is like that, but it does happen by the majority, okay? So we're going to go over 5 ways to avoid people like the killers of Ahmaud and the killer of Trayvon. Now, you know, I didn't long since let go of giving GZ credit and airtime, right? Because, you know, I don't mess with that, right? He's had his time. He keeps trying to creep back into the media. My person is Trayvon Martin. My heart is for Sabrina Fulton. Like that's the dad for his dad. That's for his brother, right? We don't have time to be. You know, I don't want to spend a lot of time other than calling them thugs. You know, So we're not gonna even do that with the McMichaels. Like we have to talk about you right now so that people can understand the narrative and the story. And I get it, Black America. Well, okay, which one is this? How did we get to the point? And it started when President Obama ran for president and brought that black family into the spotlight. That's when it started being where we can't keep up. What situation is this? Oh, this is the situation where Tamir Rice was playing with the gun and then the cop pulled up and shot him within 5 seconds. No. I'm talking about the situation where it was Philando Castile and he was in the car with his girlfriend and he shot her. No, this is the situation where it was Sandra Bland and she was driving down the street and then the cop pulled her over and they just took her to jail and then she ended up dying. No, this is the situation where GZ was in Florida and then he was trying to act like a vigilante and he thought he was a badass. Then he shot and killed Trayvon Martin. This is the situation where it was Mike Brown where they tried to lie and say that he was robbing the store when he wasn't. Just the narrative that they came up with because the shoes didn't even match the shoes that were found on the body of the person that was deceased, which was Mike Brown. No, this is actually the story of Ahmaud Arbery. Okay. 2 guys get away 74 days with gunning down, modern lynching style, a man at his youth, a black man jogging. It's hard to keep up with. So I get you. Here's what we can keep up with. Ways to avoid them. Okay? So we're going to start with the beginning. Here's number one. This is what I try to share with my children. And they always like, Mom, you're on social media too much. I'm on social media, but I'm just on social media. All of who I am is not on social media. I have people that'll inbox me, oh, what's your address so I can send you this? Or what's your address so I can do this? Yeah, see, that's how we walk into tip number one. Stop sharing personal information on social media. Don't share it in Messenger. Don't share it under a post. Don't share it in a watch. Don't share it in a group. God dang it, I'm starting to feel like Dr. Seuss. Don't share personal information. Do not do that. I am saying this with all the love that I can give you because there are ways that they can premeditate murder just by you doing certain things where they know how to get at you. Okay? So stop sharing personal information. If you have to share an address, share a P.O. box. Okay? Share a number that is open to the public that can't trace your phone number. Stop taking pictures with house numbers in the photo. Stop taking pictures showing off cars parked in front of houses and people, little Joe Bob McMichael goes to school with your son. And he come home and tell big Joe Bob McMichael Sr. where y'all live and which house is yours. Stop sharing the picture with the car and the license plates and the house number and what the house looks like. Show off the house, boo. Just don't show off the whole house and showing people what neighborhood you live in. Some people can tell what neighborhood you live in just by context clues in the picture. Okay? So stop sharing so much personal information. Stop sharing where you work. If I go somewhere, let's just say I'm going to go down and see the Blue Bear downtown Denver. By the time I share the pictures with you, I've long since left the Blue Bear. You guys get where I'm coming from? Facebook Live the concert, the Beyonce concert? Probably not. But I will have videos. And I'll show you the partner. Let me upgrade. I'll show you everything that happened later when I'm no longer there. Watch the information that you share. There are ways that they are coming for you, and y'all are making it a little too easy. Pictures of your children. Nobody needs you to put a picture of your child up and give her first, last name, baby daddy name, cousin's name, uncle name, auntie name, tagging the entire family. Stop it. Stop doing that to that baby. Stop making that child a target. You can share all day. You can share, a photo up if you want to. I don't. I work real hard not to share too many. Even though you share so much. That's what I hear all the time. DeeVa, you share so much, but girl, I ain't share my business like you. I could drive to your house in 5 minutes. Stop sharing so much. Okay? So that's number one. So, number one in the 5 ways to avoid races, stop sharing personal information online, in locations and context clues and pictures of yourself to the point where they can find you. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, many of events have I gone to, and people are like, "You're who? Oh, wow. I didn't know that was you." Because, see, I do the skin color thing. But I can't say anymore because then that's it. I can't give my trolls of races too much information. But yeah, so stop being so right there. Like, stop being so in their face, making it easy for them, okay? Because how am I a target? Miss Diva, you be the one that's online pissing them off all the time. Baby, it's not my pissing them off that I am not the reason for the division. Racism is the reason for the division. Boo, you can sit quiet all day and not talk about any of the issues, and they will still put a cap in your ass over your skin color. Being quiet is not going to keep them from acting a fool. Okay, stay on topic, D. I have to preach to myself. All right. Next, we're going to say number two. Number two is really, really important. Okay? I just talked to my daughter about this, and this is just one of the things that I just feel like this is really important. I understand that you have to be at work at a certain time, and I understand all the things that you have to do. You're going to organize your run in the morning. You're going to organize when you go walking later, or the days that you go out for your groceries and all that. I get that, and I do want you to plan because I'm the queen of telling you a failure to plan is a plan to fail. But what you must do is stop being predictable to the point where they can premeditate your run and your walk and your Where avoid predictable. We already talked about that, right? All right. So avoid being predictable. I apologize, you guys. This is a fun of taking on a new project. So we talked about do not be predictable in your routine. Okay. So I don't want you to have something that they can say, especially in this situation, and we have to use this baby just as an example only, not picking on the victim at all, but just to say, um, I get up and I go on this street, I make a left on this street, and then I make a right on this street. I turn around and then I go here, and then I go this direction. And, you don't want to be, so predictable that they can find a way to follow you, watch you, look at your mannerisms, approach you in another way before what they have premeditated to do, and then make you trust them even. Sometimes they'll even wave at you, smile at you, all the while plotting to kill you. I just saw some breaking news that the neighbor of the killers of Ahmaud Arbery is under investigation. It's what brought me. It's not a shocker to me because the tips that I'm bringing you guys, it's already been in my mind how long they may have watched this child, because I'm hearing it said over and over again for the people that talk about Ahmaud, and that he was a runner and this is what he's done since high school. And I can only imagine being comfortable with a route and the beauty of the route and knowing the ins and outs, and how, if the street is, if it has it together, and no, potholes, and, this is a really comfortable route. So let me continue to do this. Yeah. Yeah, that can happen. So let's not be predictable in your routine. Switch it up. Not just running, the jogging, going to the store, whatever it is, just switch it up. Even if you just knock it off by 5 minutes, knock it off by 2 minutes. Switch it up. Switch it up in whichever way that you can. Whichever way that you can switch it up, try to switch it up. You know? All right, you guys. If I end up having to pause for a minute, it's Mother's Day weekend, so I may have to stop. I've been getting the door for delivery, so. But just stay here. It's no sense me leaving the studio, right? It's just too much work to do. Otherwise, bringing you guys back. I don't want to lose your attention. So anytime you hear me go off track from the list or anything like that, just go get some water and come back, because we're going to finish the list regardless, right? All right, here's a hard one. Okay? If you are not packing, and here is where my gun lovers come in. If you are not packing, do not engage. I've seen people engage in these videos that go viral. I've seen people engage and they didn't have what it takes to back up the engagement, right? So I've seen people, the racist get started, and then they get back at them, and then the racist thinks that they win. They think that they won the argument when they end up shooting, right? And then the person is not firing either before them or in response to them or anything like that. If they don't shoot them fatally, but they are not having anything on them. They're just talking crap. And I'm all for talking crap. But you have to be, if you're going to talk crap and you're just running your mouth, do not have any fear. Do not have fear. See, the problem with me is I don't have any fear. That's probably not a problem. You need to get you some. So I don't have any fear. So I don't fear what they may be coming for, or you can't take what's given to me before I'm even created. You can't take that away from me before I was created. The day that I'm going to die and how was already decided. So you, racist, mad at me because I'm black, you have no power in taking me away. That was already decided upon. So you did nothing other than look like an idiot, commit a crime, and now you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison. If I don't beat your ass before you do. Stop. First of all, to the racists, stop thinking that everybody's not packing, but that's a different conversation, right? So, if you are not packing, do not engage. That's number 3. So if you miss number 1 and 2, stop sharing personal business was number 1. Do not be predictable in your routine is number 2. Number 3 is if you are not packing, do not engage. But be sure to change your non-packing status. Legally carry. It is no longer wise to walk around with your mouth running it. That's not enough. They First of all, here's the things when it comes to the races. Stop over engaging with them and arguing with them because they actually like that. Okay? So it's the same with the Trump supporters. I try not to call them all races. Stop over engaging because they actually get off on that. Okay? They enjoy to see you get mad. They love it. They When they go low, we go high. You've been told all these things. So stop giving them the time of day unless you can control it. Like me, you'll see me go back and forth with my trolls, and I'm like laughing and sitting at home painting my nails and putting on makeup, and I'm applying my lashes. I'm having a good old time with my troll. My troll over there spazzing, about to have like multiple heart attacks and about to spaz out and die trying to type. And first of all, you can't out type me. Let me give you let me say something to you real quick. For those that are on Facebook, right? And on YouTube, right? So I know you think the song is about me, right? But it's not. I'm thinking about you. Okay? So most of you don't even have that kind of typing skill. And that was slow for me. I felt like that was actually slow. But the microphone gets in the way. Microphone gets in the way, and so I'm kind of typing at an angle. Yeah, so stop trying to type up a whole bunch of stuff with your little finger. Can't even keep up with it, sis like me. But anyway, the racist is going off and going crazy and losing it, and I'm just like, child, you can't get me riled up. You cannot get me riled up. I could say something about your whole mama and your daddy sleeping with your cousin and that really was your brother. I could say all kind of stuff, and I am not riled up. I am still in the same mood that I was in at the beginning of the conversation. Right? So, if you're not that type of person, stop engaging because they're just going to get you all knocked out of whack. And then some people say, well, if I get mad, I'm just going to do this and do this. Yeah, when you have to hit, when you have to shoot when you're mad, then you're not as tough as you think that you are. You might be able to fight, but you're not tough. Mental tough is the winner. Has boxing taught you guys nothing? Right? So it's being mentally tough that's the winner, right? And I think the reason why I'm such a powerhouse is because I can punch your ass in a minute. There are things that I like now that my children are grown. Try me, oh, try me, because I've raised them now. So if I got to go do 2 hots, what is it, 3 hots in a cot? Because you coming at me crazy, girl, them 3 hots in the cot will be done. Because I'm not doing it anymore, right? So a lot of people are like, I was able to talk smack to her, and she never did come meet with me. Yeah, because the 3 hots in the cot was inconvenient because I had children to raise. They are always priority over anything you guys could ever bring. Right? So I had to do that first. Now that they're no longer priority, they got their own. They are their own priority. They have been raised well. They are doing what they need to do. I will write them from prison, knocking your ass out. Oh, I think I got off topic. I'm telling you guys not to engage. Man, that cracked me up. I wish y'all had as much fun this week. So, don't engage. But if you do engage, be sure that you are packing. Like, you need to be able to handle your ace if you are engaging. Stop underestimating Karen. Karen's grandma can't even be underestimated. But remember that one video in the Carolinas where the lady at the bar and she was like, "Well, what you think about it, nigger?" And she got right up in the black girl's face. Like, girl, sometimes Karen grandma stay ready. So you, girl, stop underestimating them. Please stop underestimating them. All right. So, oh, and then I have to get over. So going over the list again. Stop sharing personal business. Do not be predictable in your routine. Some people like this, they like a little list, DeeVa, and stop deviating, stop the sidebars. So let me talk to the boring people for a minute. Okay, so number one, stop sharing personal business and location. And then I said number two, do not be predictable in your routine. Three, don't engage unless you pack into the engage, right? And then I'm getting to number four, all right? So it only took long because we had a little delay. We had to pause and take a break that wasn't planned. All right, so number four. Okay. It's not going to make sense unless you're watching it live. So I never put the full list because I need people to engage in the video. You need to read the whole, you can read the list all day, but you also need to come in and listen, right? Stay away from where they show you are not wanted. That's number four. Stay away from where they show you that you are not wanted. Stay away from where they show you that you are not wanted, okay? And I know that may not make very much sense to you, but I'm here to let you know that the way that me and my coins operate, me and my coins get along like this. Hey, D-Mecca. What's good, D-Mecca? So, stay away from where they do not want you. How hard is that? Why you gotta be everywhere? I know that I'm 46 at this point because that is like one of my key questions. Like, I understand the need to be seen all the time. Look, I'm cute. Y'all think I don't want to take my cute out? I want to go places all the time too, but I don't. And now that the sister is in Colorado, boo, it is hard for my coins to entertain Colorado. So it's very few places that I end up actually going to. That dang on botanical garden was the lady at the entryway of the botanical garden was so very racist. She got me only going on free day now. And now we can't go anywhere right now. I don't think that's back open. But yeah, she's only going to see me on the free day. Girl, I can't give you my coins when you coming at me like that. And this is what makes it so bad for me here in Colorado. I love that. I have a theory of why they say Colorado. So you guys ask me later. Ask me. Type it. I will tell you why I think they say Colorado. But yeah, so no. But they treat my man, they like his old pretty light skin, his old pretty ass. So they treat him well. But then they look at me and do some old disgusting behavior. I can't give my coins to that. That's how I arrived at number four. Stay away from where they show you are not wanted. Hold on to your coins. Who does not understand coins? Your money, baby. Your dollars. Hold on to your money. Why give it to them? You have to get groceries. Yes, I get it. Right? You have to pay your bills. There are some things that you already have to do, and it has nothing to do with the color of your skin, the color of their skin. That's just your existence, right? So there's some things that you have to do, but there are some things that you guys do, and I would be like, not my money. They want you to come. Is it free? But they're nice people, not to me. So, yeah, you may have had a good experience, but I may not have had a good experience. And my lighter counterparts, they always love to tell me how great of time they had. Yes, I get it. But when I come in there with the sugar brown, baby, it's not always the same experience. You understand? So because of that, I pick and choose where my money goes. They do. Have you ever seen them? They will have a fit over 50 cents. Will hold up a line over 50 cents if they get disrespected. So, yeah, I do what they do. So, stay away from where they show you that you are not wanted. That's number 4. All right? Here's the one you guys don't want. So, that's why I made it the last one. Ways to avoid racists. This one's so simple. I'm surprised you guys haven't figured that out yet. But it's so many of you that didn't show up. So because so many of you do not show up, I know that you haven't figured out number 5. And before I give you that, please follow me on social media. On Facebook, #AskDeeva. On Twitter, you can engage with me and have a good old time. Miss DeeVa for you. MZDEEVA, the number 4 and YOU. And I will send that to you if you need me to. Okay? So, here's number 5, and we're going to round this thing right on up. Number 5. You see it scrolling? Oh, YouTube, you can see it scrolling. But podcasters, you can't see it scrolling. Vote. You're not tired until you're tired. When a woman's fed up and all those other songs that probably aren't relevant to voting, but they fit because the lyrics are perfect. Are you fed up? Where are my black queens? Are you tired? I don't know how to engage with a tired black queen that's not voting. If you can't vote, I get it. They've made sure of that. But when you can vote and you don't, sis, you're not tired, you just talking. That should be a t-shirt. Sis, you're not tired, you just talking. Vote. Ways to avoid racists in your face every day on the TV screen. Vote. Vote. Number 5 had to be vote. I couldn't even think of anything better for number 5. Then just vote. But voting doesn't, I don't care, vote. But most of the time when you vote, just vote. But then sometimes they will vote anyway. But then I'm trying to tell you that vote first and tell me after you're done. Meet me at the ballot. I will walk and talk with you all night after you're done. Vote. Mid-election, main elections, vote. Ready to avoid racism? Get rid of it. Vote. And stay aware of the issues. But that's just a bonus, right? But I hope these tips work for you guys. So you got to go back and watch it. We'll go over it one more time for the podcast listeners because it's not fair to them, right? They're not viewing the screen, right? So for the ones who are viewing on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcast, Stitcher, Google, Luminary, and all the other places that you guys get the podcast, other than YouTube. YouTube, if you're looking at the podcast stream and you want to see the actual video, you could just click over and go to the actual video. And for those who are watching live, I appreciate it. So, but let's go over the list one more time, right? So 5 ways to avoid a racist. Stop sharing your personal business and your locations on social media for the world to see. I don't even put it in Messenger because I'm black and I don't trust their asses. 2, do not be predictable in your routine. Don't do the same run on the same street every day. Some of them, I want to say all races are lifeless with nothing to do, sitting at home, digging their balls and eating beans. But some of them are actually running organizations and companies, and they're writing your face in other ways also. But yeah, you just don't want to be running the same just don't be predictable. Don't do the same thing every day. If you leave your house at 5 every day, maybe leave at 4:45, or switch it up and leave at 5:15. Make it different Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Have a different time that you leave. The next week, switch it up again. The next one, do it again. Like, be real strategic with it. If you, especially if you know you live in a neighborhood like this. And I say that because I was listening to the protesters as they were speaking and on this Ahmaud Arbery situation, and they were saying, that they were actually saying, well, you know what? It's like that. That's how it is. That's how it is here in Brunswick. Okay. For how long? And then one of the elderly persons said, it's been like that. What? Can I move there? I will pay the price of what I pay here, and it's high. This I can have some time there. Let's change that. I don't like to hear it's been that way. The blood's on your hands. Are y'all voting? The numbers say that you guys aren't showing up like that in Georgia. That's why it's that way. Send them home. Let them all go to jail with the McMichaels. Got to stay on topic for this list. Number 2, do not be predictable in your routine. And then number 3, if you are not packing, do not engage. Do not engage in an argument. You don't have your gun on you. You're not legally packing. You need to get that fixed. But if you don't have your gun on you, try to avoid it. If you got the skills, you know how to do other things. But if you don't have your gun on you and the person, they're making sure that they let you know that they do have a weapon and they're starting an argument, don't going at them, right? Because hatred will make them do some things, and you're going to have to do some things to protect yourself, but you don't have it. So avoid. You don't have to win every argument. If it's a store owner, go home and ruin his life. Attorney up, lawyer up. You don't have to go and have an argument directly with them, because they're not all there in their head. Hatred runs the majority of their thinking process is controlled by hatred. You're just responding because you want respect, and you're defending yourself. They're responding. Everything that's coming out their mouth is based on hatred, so it doesn't think the same way, right? And then they always feel like they have nothing to lose. That's 74 days goes by without an arrest, because the majority of them know nothing's going to happen. And they know that you're going to go home and sit in your church and praise God. It always happens here. Huh. Not if the DeeVa was living there. So anyways, make sure you're packing. If you're not packing, don't engage. Legally packing. Now, 4, stay away from where they show you that you're not wanted. Hold on to your coins, right? So hold on to your money. You don't have to spend money where, yes, you have to pay your bills, your place to stay. You do it. There are some things. Some people say, oh, well, you have to have your transportation. Or you can stop being lazy. And then there's that, So you don't have to have the transportation. So I literally got into it and returned my vehicle. I've returned my vehicle. The lady begged me for 3 months. She offered me everything that she could offer me without offering up her ass. Because but she disrespected me on the phone. So I'm different than a lot of people. Like, I am about respect. You can't have my money if you disrespect me. I will pack up a whole house and move over disrespect. Okay? But I'm different than you guys. You guys hold on to materialistic things and I do not. But that's a lesson that either you have it or you don't. You either know that, know how to do that, and know how to let things go, or you don't. Me is give me my respect. Y'all say give me my liberty or give me death. Give me my respect or get the hell out of my face. Okay. All right. And then number 5, vote, 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 vote. Avoid the racism in the politicians. Avoid that easily by voting. I will not argue with you on the voting thing. Vote. When you're done voting, all of y'all go as one and vote. And all of us came out and showed up in good numbers. I'll talk. But when we don't show up, and so many, they know who doesn't vote. They know you exist. They know you're there. And so they know how many of us do and don't vote. And they also know the predictable counties. They know the ones where you just sit and hallelujah, Jesus. They've been acting like this, Lord. But on the other side, and all them other songs, they know y'all just go sit in church. They know y'all just go sit in church, and they know you're not going to come out there and vote. Why? Because they saw election before, and the election before, and the election before that. They saw you dressed up in your Sunday hat with your parking spot and your fancy dress, and you didn't go vote. So they know they can count on asshole placing. Hey man, you know a good old racist asshole that can come to this county. They're gonna go to church, but they're not coming out to vote. Y'all make it so easy on them sometimes, right? So, vote. I don't want to have a conversation about it. I want you to go vote. You made it to church. You talked to Jesus. You can talk to the voting poll. I want you to vote. And when you get done voting, then we will talk. Period. Period. And leave. Why do you guys hold on to everything? You don't have to stay in a county. My precious existence. If I stay in your county, I bet you paying me more per hour than anybody else will pay me. I bet you that. I mean, I have looked over the globe and decided that this is the highest that I can be paid in this position. And then I'll stay. But at $2 an hour type stuff going on in the South, stay for what? So that's it. I told you guys, I promised you guys that I have a little gift coming. Who wants a gift? Who wants a gift? You're going to have to buy it, but it's a gift. So I have something coming that's going to be for the podcast, and I hope you guys enjoy it. It's actually going to be, it's a very competitive techie device, and it's going to be more affordable than I've seen it anywhere else. And it's going to be available through the platform, through the podcast. So I'm excited about that new edition. And I hope you guys are also. I'll give you more information on that. Mothers, I had to come back because I didn't say it also this morning. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to the moms that are doing things to the best of their ability. Happy Mother's Day to you. To the mothers that disappeared, may you have a change of heart and come back and mend those broken connections. Mothers everywhere. Let's make this a better Mother's Day, right? And for the mothers who have passed away, you're being thought about on this weekend. We're thinking about you. We thank you for the gifts of the child that you've brought to us because they have purpose. They have purpose. And we know that they're here, and you may be gone, but they're here, and it's the gift that you left. So we're thinking about you too. All moms out there, for the child, if you don't have your mom, it's a lot of my friends. If you don't have your mom, go do something amazing. Think of all the things she wanted you to do. Think of all the things on the list that you defied her against ever doing and told her you'd never do that. And find out one thing that you know how we always tell our mom something we're never going to do. Find out one thing that you say, okay, I can do this. This is affordable. It's within my budget. Mom, I know you said that you wanted me to do this at some point in time, and I just rejected it while you were alive. I'm going to go do that. Or at least begin the process of doing it. It may be difficult. It may be somewhere like, let's go to Greece together, and you didn't go with her. So if you can't go do it, then plan it, right? And that's all I have for you guys. Have a good one, okay?